Hello, crafty friends. It's Creative Juice by Lonnie here with you, and I am ready. I've missed you. I have missed you actually. I've been gone for 2 weeks, partying with my family. We've done all of the holidays, and now I'm back to stamping. Today, I am ready to help you get started with some of your designer series paper. If you were lucky enough, well, not lucky enough, if you were smart and reserved your paper share, you received a paper, one 6x6 piece of paper of all of our beautiful paper in the mini catalog. I do still have a couple of these left, actually. And for $18, if you pick it up from me, or $22 shipped to you, you can get one piece of 6x6 paper, all of the patterns that we have in the mini catalog. So reach out to me. I'll also put a link in my blog post later today. Today, we're going to show you how to use one of those 6x6 papers, the whole piece of paper. And I will also link a few other projects that use all of your 6x6. Let's see. Let me try this. Hold on just a second. Let me see this, Palma. Anybody else have a problem not hearing me? Let's do this. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? We'll try this. Palma says she can't hear me, so I'm hoping that that will help. And tell me if you can hear me twice, because I don't want to have to hear you twice. I came in on my phone first today, and then put up my computer, so I'm hoping. Okay, we're going to fix it, so we don't want to hear twice. How's that? Any better? Tell me if you can hear me. All right, hopefully we'll hear you. Now, if you can hear me. Waiting, testing, testing, testing. Okay, so Carlene can hear me, so that's good. That's a good sound. That's a good sign. Palma, let me know if you can hear me. I don't know if you can or cannot. Okay, so we're going to be using a piece of our perennial lavender paper that is from the mini catalog to make a card. And I just wanted to show you those pretty patterns. Oh, and I was going to turn it over so you could see the other side of these beautiful patterned papers really quickly. So if lavender is your thing, you're going to love all these pretty patterns. See, look at that. Look at that. So gorgeous. But we're using just one 6x6 piece of paper. Right here, I'm going to use this one. Has a little bit of gingham on the back, lavender on the front, and a piece of gorgeous grape cardstock. So that's what we're going to start with. I wanted to mention also that this perennial lavender suite actually coordinates with our paper pumpkin kit this month. So if you are interested in just getting a kit with everything in it, ready to go, ready to stamp, ready to create some beautiful cards, this is the kit you want. But you do have to subscribe at Paper Pumpkin by the 10th of the month. So today's what, the 7th, 8th? I don't even remember anymore. I'm so off kilter after the holidays, trying to get back into the groove of things. I don't know what today is. But you can subscribe at paperpumpkin.com and choose me as your demonstrator. I'll also put a link in the video when I am uploading it as well, finalizing it on YouTube and putting it on my blog. The fun thing about this is that you can order extra, or you can order some of this beautiful paper and continue crafting with your kit after you're done with that. So there you go. We're going to switch into this crafting mode here so you can see what I'm making. All right, let's start by cutting our cardstock. If you haven't cut it already, we're going to cut it to 9¼ inches. So we'll need to pull out the arm on your trimmer, 9¼ by 6¼ So 9¼ and FYI, 6¼ if you have this new trimmer is right here about, there's a little mark right here, and that little mark is what you're looking for, 6¼ right there where the arm comes off of your off of your trimmer. Now, you can keep these pieces because you may even want to make a belly band. I'll show you a finished card at the end with a belly band that you can use that extra piece for. Oh, we don't want to put that away yet because we want to score it. Now, I've put the scoring pieces here for you so you know which ones where to score. And we're going to score at 1 1/4 inches. So let's do that first. Make sure you use the light blade, this light one, the light gray. 1 1/4, 3 1/2, right here, and 5 3/4. Okay, so we've got our scoring done, and we can put that aside for a second. We're going to be bringing it back in to cut our paper, but let's fold our paper, fold our cardstock. So I'm going to fold this one over the first little 1 1/4 inches like that. And then the next one goes back away from you. So you've got it like this. And then the last one comes back towards you. This is going to be a slimline card, which fits into like just one of these little envelopes that you can get at, the Dollar Tree or wherever you've got envelopes. Wherever you get your envelopes. I actually put a little piece of extra cardstock or designer series paper that I had laying on my desk on the back, but it does fit right in there just like that. This card does. Okay, so we've got that one scored, folded. Looks like this when you open it up. Looks kind of like an accordion. Then we're going to cut our designer series paper. So bringing back my trimmer, and we're going to cut two 2-inch strips and 2 1-inch strips. Now, this isn't a big deal if you have a paper that is not directional or it's just kind of a random pattern. But if you want to keep the paper, the design kind of together, you'd want to cut it at 1, 2, 1, and 2. So you need 2 2-inch strips and 2 1-inch strips. I'm going to cut it at 1 inch. So I've got 1 inch that I cut off. So down here at 5, it was 6 inches, cut it off at 5, 3. So you've got a 2-inch wide, 2. And so that gives me another inch. So all 3 of those patterns are kind of the same. And then this leftover one would be 2 inches again. Okay. And I'm actually going to take that last one and flip it over. So to put this on our card, you'll also need a 2-inch by 6-inch piece of white, or you could use crumb cake, and a 1-inch by 6-inch. So I used one 1-inch by 6-inch crumb cake and one 2-inch by 6-inch just basic white. So let's put this together because it's very, very simple now that we've got all of our pieces cut. I'm going to take the bottom piece that I just cut off, the first 1-inch strip, and I'll show you why in just a minute. That first 1-inch strip is going to go right here on the biggest section on the right. And then I'm going to put my white piece or whatever blank piece that you would be able to write on. This would be the greeting, this where you could write to your people, to your person that you're sending this to. So you've got the 1-inch and then this one. The next one would be the wide 2-inch design pattern, so that this pattern matches up with your 1-inch on the other side there. So these two patterns kind of match up. Next, I'm going to put the gingham piece, which is the back side of your paper, right here. Oops, kind of doesn't. Then you don't really have to have this piece if you're going to do, if you're going to fold the flap over permanently. But since this one, and I'll show you what I mean by that, but I'm going to put this piece of crumb cake right here, maybe. Okay, so I've got all those pieces plus one. So that's how it looks when you lay it out. Then when you fold it up, it looks like this. So this piece, that was that other 1-inch piece that was kind of from the center section, is going to go right here. So really, you just need two 2-inch pieces, 2 1-inch strips, and then layer them onto your cardstock. So when you open it up, it kind of looks like this, and you have a little flap with that on as well. Now, there's a couple of ways to finish this off, and this is where you get to choose. Here's a sample that I've already done using a belly band, and I used the lighter than air, I think is what it's called, lighter than air designer series paper that comes already 6x6. And then one of our celebration stamps here to finish off the front of this belly band. So I made a belly band with a 1-inch strip that we've already of the piece that I cut off. So I used that one. I cut it down to 1 inch and made a belly band, wrapped it around, put on the little tag here, punched with our modern oval punch. So you can take it off, and then look, I stamped happy birthday right there, so that when it opens up, you've got that continuous design that goes across like this. So there's that one, and that one's made with a belly band. We're going to finish off this one, though, using some of the other parts that were in the suite. This does not have the lavender, but the part of the pieces that are in the suite are these beautiful perennial postage sentiments, and they coordinate with the perennial postage dies. So I only have this part of the suite. I'm not a lavender fan, but I know a lot of my customers are, so I wanted to be able to show a little bit of how to use them together with what you've got. And I'm going to use that in just a minute. I already have the stamp ready to go, and I've already cut out two little. This is the second largest square right there that I've cut out my stamped designs, and then two 2-inch squares in crumb cake. So we're going to stamp our sentiments, plural, onto our little postage stamps. So this one says, sending love and best wishes. Then I'm also going to use this one that says, I know you will get through this, and big hugs. Sometimes, we just need a little grabbing a block here. Sometimes we just need a little encouragement, and this card would be perfect for that. Okay, I'm trying to get it on straight, trying to lay it on straight. Okay, got it. We'll say, I know you will get through this, and big hugs can go on the back side. Let's see, I'm going to use this one. Or on the top. Big hugs. I know you will get through this. Okay, that's going to be the sentiment for our front of our card. Then you can use, like, if you have the lavender set, then you could embellish it with some of those. But I'm going to use the bow punch, and I've already cut out a piece that is the shaded spruce, which is one of the colors on there. We're going to cut out a bow out of, in fact, we're going to cut two out of Lost Lagoon. One, and see if I can get that in there. Well, we're going to cut out. Yeah, there we go. Two bows, or whatever little shapes you may have, and then some of these little sprigs is what I call them. So we'll cut one sprig out of. I only think I need one more. I think. Okay. So I've got 3 bows, 2 sprigs. Let's color these sprigs. You could use your blending brush, but I find that just using your Stampin' Write or Stampin' Blend markers works great. So I'm going to grab these are my Stampin' Write markers. I'm just going to color the blossoms at the end of this sprig. This is Highland Heather. I like to have 2 kind of a variety of colors. So Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape, maybe you won't be able to tell the difference. Oh yeah, that's much darker. So just coloring those. You can also dip them into your ink pad if you want. Okay, let me wipe off the ink on my mat. Okay, so I've got 2 of those and 2 of those and 2 of those. Let's put them together. The first thing I'm going to do, this is going to be the inside when you open it up, the Sending Hugs and Big Wishes. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back and arrange my my sprigs, I guess, like I want it to show up on the front. So here I'm going to put a dark sprig that goes this way because it's going to go about right here. About right there, probably. And then a light sprig, and I like to turn them over so that the patterns are a little bit different. And actually, I want to have one of these in here first. So I'm going to put on my little sprig, right like that. Maybe back here so it sticks there. And then this one can go right over the top of it. Same thing with the top. This one I want to have come out like that. That's how it's going to look. Okay. This is going to go onto one of our squares. Make sure we get it on there right. May need some more adhesive. Really, you can embellish this however you would like. Okay, that's going to go on the back like this. And I just realized I also need it to go. Okay, sometimes we do think, you know what, this is now going to go on the front. No, it's not. I'm going to rearrange things because I think I just did that a little bit backwards. Because I want it to go like this, but I have to be able to see it on the back. So hold on, give me a second. Let me think through this for a moment. There's no mistakes in stamping, only opportunities for embellishment. So we're going to take all these off. We're going to put this on the back because it's going to go on the back. Here we go. Sometimes. Okay, that's good. That's good to go. We're going to put these on the front. That's what I want to do. Oh, look, it has a teddy bear on the back of it. I use every piece of paper that I possibly can. Okay, now we're going to try that again. And this is going to go on the front like this. So I want it to come down here. Here's my green sprig. Got to put some adhesive on it, though. I was doing it backwards, hoping that it would work. But as I thought about it, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's not going to work because we have to be able to see both sides. So there's my green sprig. Here's my little flowers. Finally, let's do that one a little bit like this, like that. I like to have different levels there, so that works. And then this one's going to go up on top with another little sprig poking out like this. So that's how it's going to look. Woohoo! Whew, that was much harder than it should have been. Okay, adhering this to the front, I'm only going to glue it right here to this side, to that little flap, and then open it up. This is where I needed to think it through. Y'all will be saying, man, I could do this so much better than her. And I say, yay, join my team and do that today. So I'm going to put them back to back so that that comes this way and this comes this way. That's what I was trying to get to. Okay, there's my finished card. Oop, a little extra leaf. We can take that off. The finished card opens up like this, and then you can display it either like that or like this. Sending love and best wishes, big hugs. I know you will get through this. So there you go. Let me show you this one where I actually, so I'm pulling it out of my envelope. This one, I actually did not use this section right here, this part. I used some dimensionals and glued it down so it doesn't even open up. You can kind of see how that goes like that, and it just folds back on itself. And I just put the love and best wishes. So there's nothing on the back side, but then it's kind of displays like this. So there's two ways of kind of finishing this card. You can glue this flat just to have the sentiment there. And you wouldn't need this piece right here because it's not going to be seen. You're just going to see this 2-inch piece. In which case you could cut out this. This one could be a 1-inch strip, this one right here, and you could use the other 1 inch on the back of your envelope or the front of your envelope, like that. So a couple of options there. You'd only need one. You do 4 1-inch pieces and 1 2-inch piece. Right there, 2-inch, 1, 1, 1, and a 2. And then an extra one for your envelope. So that is kind of the way to use that. Now, yes, you will have some extra pieces from your cardstock, but you'll use those as layers on other cards. So not a problem, right? It's not a problem. Okay, so that's kind of a little fancy fun fold that's really quite easy. Just some panels of cardstock and designer series paper, folded in a fun way, put into a different sized envelope, and you could make your own envelope with your designer series paper too. Maybe I'll have to show that one later this week. Maybe I'll come down on for a surprise live and show you that. But those are your cut measurements for your designer series paper. And here's the measurements for your cardstock. I hope you can see that. Or your cardstock and your scoring. So thanks for joining me. We will be back next week. I hope you take advantage of Celebration. Celebration has begun. With every $50 order, you do get to choose a free product. We have some more gorgeous designer series paper that is not included in the paper share. So you'll want to grab some of that, as well as some embellishments, some ribbon. There are beautiful stamp sets, all available during Celebration. You can shop at Lonnie.stampinup.net or go to my website at creativejuicebylonnie.com and click on the shop link. So lots of choices there. And I'll be putting these onto creativejuicebylonnie.com today so you can see more pictures of these. Bright. Let's see if we can make it a little bit brighter. There we go. A little bit brighter for you. There you go. In some gorgeous purples. All right. See you next week, my crafty friends. Enjoy your crafting week.